So good morning guys, here we are again at another customer's house. I've just literally taken up this dahlia route. A friend of mine said to me the other day about moving dahlias and how he's a little bit confused because some people say to move them, other people say don't and leave them in the ground. Well, it's horses for courses really is the answer to that. You can take them out and put them away for the winter, but with our winters being so mild recently, you can get away with leaving them in the borders. If you do leave them in the borders, just give them a good mulch, just give them a good covering of bark or compost or anything like that, and just to sort of protect them a little bit, and they will be fine. Don't forget to cut the top growth down, and they should see you through the winter. It's easy now really, it's not really too difficult, it's not so cold that it kills them back. If we do have a really hard frost, an out of the ordinary one, then just pop outside, put a bit of fleece over them, peg it down, and that should be enough to see you through. However, if you don't and you lift them like I'm doing today at this customer's house, then this is how I do it. It's not the only way to do it, but this is how I do it. It's what works for me, and that's really the most important thing. As long as you follow some basic rules and you do what works for you, you should be okay. Now, I've lifted this one out of the ground today and I've washed it down already. I've given it a really good coating over with the hose, got in between it, got all the stones out of it, got all the dirt off it, and I've cut the top growth back. There has been some damage done when I was lifting it, as you can see here. You're always going to happen. You know, it's very rare you're going to get these up without causing a little bit of damage. And just take it off. Just cut the pieces off or snap them back, because you don't want to leave them on there and letting them rot all winter when they're drying out and you've put them away. So that's that. Once you've done that and you've done this, tip them upside down, because these are going to be full of water. So just tip them upside down and let them drain out. When they've all drained out, leave them for a good few days. I mean, I'll leave mine for 3, 4, 5 days, let them drain out, if sometimes even longer. Just keep an eye on them. When they look like they've dried out, there's nothing more coming out of them, then put them into a cardboard box or a big pot that's covered in dry compost. Now that has to be dry, guys. You can't have the compost come out of a bag that's soaking wet, otherwise you're going to sort of go back to where you are now. The root's going to be wet, it's going to be no good, it's going to start to rot. So you need to keep them dry. Some guys I know even just keep them in paper, wrap them up, cover them in paper, put them inside a box, keep them in the dark, but keep them in a coolish place, not frosty, and even they're a winter, and they do really well with it. But I tend to put mine in dry compost, cover them over again, not upside down, obviously the right way up, because you've already done that and they're dry, and they usually go through all winter like that. It's not a problem. And then comes sort of spring, when sort of the last frosts are gone, it's not that cold, you can then get them back out again, get them back into the ground, new compost, give them a really good water in, and they'll go from there. And lo and behold, come spring and summertime, your dahlias will be back and everything will be good. So that's how I do mine, guys. Again, if you do it a different way, put it in the comments section below. Be good to see how other people do it, good to know if there's a better way of doing it, and hit the subscribe button and give us a like. Thanks very much, take care, speak to you soon, bye bye.